we do have a lot of people in the field, doing meaningful work, like counselors in different schools, and in any given day, that can get really good content. So we had given more access, and then we were running into the problem that then they would write things that weren't necessarily completely aligned with, what we're about. We're not just even talking about typos. I mean, I think that was okay. It was more like the quality of the content. So then we had to kind of limit it, and so now it's basically Allison and I and the director that post. But then, so there are weeks where we're doing really good, and I always have my phone. So if I go to a school and visit, I take a picture or a little snapshot of a video. But sometimes you get so busy that we stop posting.
Did you know there's a very simple solution to this I'm too busy thing?
Okay.
There are programs, especially the one called Hootsuite. Do you know Hootsuite?
No.
Hootsuite. Yes.
You also can schedule right on Facebook.
Oh, you can schedule right on. That's right. That's true.
Oh, that's.
Because Hootsuite, you can manage a bunch of them.
Bunch of sites, right?
Yeah, Hootsuite is one that allows you to load pre-written messages and schedule them. And it will upload
Really?
Yes, and it will upload right to your Twitter or right to your Facebook or other platforms.
So I could have like my Facebook hour or whatever. Oh,
Thank you.
Donna just pointed out, you can do this directly to Facebook as well.
If I could make a suggestion, if you could all now like us, we could just get those numbers through the roof before we leave today.
That's Hootsuite.
Suite. Sweet, as in husband.
So it's an app or what is it?
You share it. He has nice news for it.
So through the grant, we are able to provide all the participating organizations today, whether or not you make it to the final pool through the second round of the RFP, a free 1-year license to Hootsuite for your organization.
He just got a halo over his head, didn't he? So, yes.
Just for the farm, can I recommend something to you? I would recommend getting, during the summer, during your growing period, during your harvesting time, your planting time, take photos of your volunteers being active and photos of
We have some seeds growing.
and then tweet that and schedule it throughout the year. Remember when this was happening, or can you wait for this? Who's going to help me plant this type of flower this year, or this type of vegetable or fruit? And that's one way to.
Is that the Facebook calendar? This is Hootsuite?
Lines, throughout the year. That would be my recommendation for that. Just something that's real simple.
By the way,
And then on that also, everybody that you worked with, you should tell them to, every time they're out on the field or whatever, doing whatever, just take a picture and put it up. Take a picture and put it up, a post every minute.
Today we walked the grounds and saw that
So the work, no, when they're out in the field and doing the work.
Oh, I see, do it out in the field then.
Yeah.
and we're just starting
Out in the literal field, not in.
Can I comment to the administrative problem? You know what, I do believe that you need to empower more than one person. I do believe you need to monitor, but I also think that you have to be willing to allow the message to be. I don't want to say that you shouldn't stay on message, because I believe in staying on message, please. But as Cassie so well knows, but sometimes it can be a little distorted. If the general message is good, then stay with it. It's allow them the freedom to be themselves a little, because that authenticity is what also engages. Authenticity engages a lot. That makes people say, "Oh, I want to do this," or "I want to be a part of this group."
And it gives a voice
To
and a
your
personality
organization,
to your organization. Our CEO, who is one of our administrators on the account, she has her own voice. She's a Southern girl. She speaks a certain way, and everyone knows when she posts, and she always finishes off with her initials. So we've all taken we each sign off in a different way, so people know that they're talking to somebody, and they have an idea of who they're talking to. And when I'm out there speaking with our volunteers or speaking with parents, I say, oh yes, I'm the one who you're speaking to if you ask a question on Facebook. I let it be known that you're talking with someone who's
There's a
actually
face
there. There's a
behind
person.
The post.
Also, one more thing. Your target audience is pretty much like the younger gen. Oh, sorry.
No, not on.
So, like, who exactly would be your target audience for Strong anyway?
Well, I mean, it's the youth, but also supporters, because we run a lot on volunteers. Like, more than half of our workforce is volunteers. So that's really when we're putting stuff on Facebook. It's to connect to our youth, but also to those volunteers.
Because I was thinking along the lines of if it is, because the person that you were saying, other than you and Allison, are posting, and you're also your supervisor who's posting. If it was pretty much just for the youth, then it wouldn't necessarily be too bad.
Right.
If
That
it was
would be
just like
different.
slightly altered,
Yeah,
or putting
no.
in their own little thing here and there, because it is targeting who you want to get involved. It's targeting those particular people. So it can't necessarily be that bad, but keep it along the same lines, but just make sure that it's getting the message across. So,
It was things that were a little more important. Like, for example, we had a counselor put up a group picture, and we're a nonviolence agency. And in the picture, one of the kids was doing a gun sign, right? And the counselor didn't notice. So it was things like that were happening, because we are dealing with kids. So it was more issues like that. But I see what you're saying.
Quick question here. After the 1-year license, what happens?
Well,
How
the
much do
message-
we have to pay?
The message of self-sustaining is part of what we're going to talk about in the next part of the workshop.
By the way, Hootsuite is, I don't know how well you
Part
can
of
see
it is
it,
free also.
but it's up on the board here, on the screen here. It's a schedule. I mean, it's just a calendar. We're making it a little larger here, but as you can see, time, date, and you can add links to the message as well.
And it shrinks the link for you.
Right, and it'll shrink the link to give you like a bit.ly or something along those lines. So again, this is a really, really good tool that you'll enjoy using once you